Today, Kay is learning about free-lunging Apatche. Here's an example of the recall we'll be looking for after a jump. Today the jumps are small, but eventually, Apatche will learn to jump quite a large jump and come back at a trot or canter. Kay begins by walking with Apatche and using her stick to send her towards the obstacle. Right now the obstacle is serving as a placeholder and is not meant to pose a challenge. Kay rewards Apatche for finding the obstacle by clicking and retreating. Apatche gets a food reward when she catches Kay. As long as Apatche is finding the obstacle easily, we change directions after each time she passes through it and earns her reward. This keeps things interesting and helps the horse build strength on both sides of his body. Notice how Apatche hears the click immediately upon successfully completing the obstacle? This helps Apatche know exactly what her job is. One of the most difficult things about working with your horse at liberty is while the horse may understand your body language up close, she doesn't understand it far away. As long as you practice really slowly at first, like you see us doing here, your horse will be able to build up to exciting things like a bigger jump at a trot or a canter and coming back to you with an even more exuberant recall. At first, Kay was a little bit shy about dramatizing her enthusiasm for Apatche. It didn't take long for her to see, though, that the big smiles caused Apatche to run to her like a puppy. Even though Apatche had no problem with the larger jump tracking to the left, when we changed to the right, she wasn't so sure about it. If you were going to jump off a diving board, you would probably be a little bit concerned about which foot you were going to push off with, and your horse is the same way. See, Apatche thought that she was comfortable, but she got scared at the last minute. Kathleen lets Apatche come over to her and gives her a rub, but doesn't reward her with a treat. We want Apatche to know that we recognize that she tried, but to let her know that she could do a little bit better to actually get the treat. Just like when you're getting ready to get in a pool, it can be worse if you stick your toe in over and over again to see how cold it is. Apatche has made herself a little bit worked up about the jump. When I set this situation up, I knew that the jump would be a little bit intimidating to Apatche, but I made it a little bit intimidating so that she and Kathleen would have the opportunity to talk about it. Apatche is a mature 14-year-old horse with a lot of experience, and Kay is only a middle schooler. Apatche is generally very good to Kay, and Kay is generally very good to Apatche, but neither is 100% sure about the other's body language. Even though I knew this situation might be a little bit stressful, I asked them to work together on it, setting it up as an achievable challenge. If everything worked perfectly the very first time, they wouldn't get to learn as much about what happens before what happens. For example, Kay has gotten really good about directing Apatche from behind, but she still has a little bit of trouble knowing how the forefeet, shoulders, neck, and nose all follow each other. To help Kay learn about her positioning, I tell her she's like the inside horse on a galloping herd. The horse on the inside determines the arc and the shape of the galloping band's trajectory. Kay and Apatche are both starting to get the hang of it, but you can see from the way Apatche is lifting her head up that she's saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, can't we slow this down for a second?" Because earlier in the session, we practiced having Apatche come to Kay a lot. When Apatche is scared and confused, she comes to Kay and asks for help, so Kay gently shows her what she wants using the halter. Now that Apatche understands her job again, Kay asks her to do it with a little more spunk. Kay uses her left foot to show Apatche the shape of their arc. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Let's watch the clip again in slow motion. Right here, Apatche is getting a little bit too far in front of Kathleen. Right here you can see her shoulders start to come off the rail because she's thinking of running out. Kathleen catches up, and Apatche stops because she doesn't feel like there's anywhere to go. Kathleen asks her again, and her ears right on the jump. At the last minute, her head goes down, thinking, "Oh no, I can't." Then she rallies and manages to pop over it. Kathleen immediately pacifies her stance and retreats. Apatche walks towards her with her ears forward, moving quickly like, "Oh, I can't believe I did that." Kay and Kathleen will now finish their day by walking in harmony side by side until the amplitude of the synchrony is equal to the amplitude of the previous play session.